Hello, we are Gong.
Hello, I'm Paul Werner. I use he, him pronouns, and I am the Director of Production and Operations here at Actors Theatre of Louisville. Thank you for joining us for Louisville Sessions. These are virtual sessions throughout Louisville and Kentucky that feature original music and video. You just listened to Still Hovering by Gong, and we'll play another song from them after we get to chat with some of the band members. Before I move to interviewing Gong, I want to offer the following. Actors Theatre Louisville acknowledges the spaces we occupy sit on land stewarded by many indigenous communities, including the Shawnee, Eastern Band of the Cherokee, Chickasaw, and Osage peoples. Their stewardship in partnership with the Black and Latinx populations in the greater global majority is what grounds us in service to Louisville and in the continued stewardship of Actors Theatre. So we're going to bring on our friends from Doom. Hello, thank you for being part of Louisville Sessions and joining me today.
No problem.
Thank
Maybe
you.
we can start off with a little bit of introductions from you all.
You want to start over here?
Yeah, my name is William. I'm playing Doom Gong. I play the keys, and I play trumpet.
Mm-hmm. I'm John. I play guitar and I sing in Doom Gong.
My name is Miss Saki. I play omnichord and smaller set of keys in Doom Gong.
Fabulous. Well, thank you so much for being here again today. Can you tell us a little bit about what the story behind Doom Gong is and how you came together as a band?
Well, I guess I'll take care of this.
Take it away.
Yeah. So, I think everybody in the band went to University of Louisville School of Music, and we all studied a bunch of different things. The people that are here are more of like the classical people. Misaki plays violin and conducts, an orchestra conductor, maestro. And I went to U of L for orchestral double bass, and I played a bunch of orchestras. And
I played trumpet, and they knew. I met them whenever I went to do my master's at U of L, and I think they've known each other beforehand.
Mm-hmm. And then basically everybody else that's in the band, Sam Kernahan, who plays bass, Kenny Tace, who plays drums, and Matt Griffin, who also plays drums, they all went to U of L for jazz. Matt and Kenny, our two drummers, went to U of L for jazz drumming, and Sam went to U of L for jazz bass. So kind of an amalgamation of classical and jazz people. But yeah, we all met at the school and decided we want to play music together, and now we popped out as Doom Gong.
That's great. So I've never seen the word denim used to describe a band. So talk a little bit more about the style of your music.
You want to go for it, Will? This is the hard question.
Yeah, I know that we've been asked that question a lot. We just recently did a little interview thing where someone else also asked, "What is denim psych?" And I think that's a word. I remember when I first saw that term, I looked it up, and I'm like, "There's nothing really about it." It's hard to explain, but I could definitely tell a little bit more about our kind of music that we do play. Yeah, so like a lot of songs, a lot of songs would be a blend of a lot of genres and stuff like that. If you did listen to us just, blind ears, you'd hear elements of indie psych, you'd hear elements of rock, you'd hear elements from like kind of the jazz and like, there's songs where we pull touch from bossa novas and like other Afro-Cuban type beats. We use synthesizers and things that might be a little bit more, post 80s, post kind of thing. We use trumpet, brass instruments. We use soprano saxophone, and we really kind of blend that classical and that jazz to kind of create a new kind of thing. And I like to say how to really picture when you're listening to the music is to really think of the layers that it kind of encompasses. Everything kind of fits in a certain place. And even though the members are kind of big, it very much kind of shows, as it never really sounds truly busy. So it's kind of like finding that role and like just hearing simply how a lot of us play in larger groups like orchestras and stuff where everything has to be really precise and there's unisons, there's things like that. That's kind of how it is kind of listening to our music. You can kind of see the textural layers are very much, in the right place.
Mm. Yeah, that's a hard question.
It's a hard question, but it's a lot of things.
Yeah, there's a lot of different influences there, it sounds like, too, right? All coming together. So now you've released not one, but you're going to release 2 Louisville Sessions. So tell us a little bit about Still Hovering, the song that we just heard earlier, and Hour in the Sun, which we're going to play next, how those songs came together.
Answer this?
Oh, sure. So for Hour in the Sun, since we made Hour in the Sun first, John was gigging on double bass
in Jackson, Tennessee. I was playing in an orchestra down there.
Yeah, and they were playing Tchaikovsky's 4th Symphony. And he was very, very moved and inspired by the second movement. There's gorgeous, melodies and a very luscious string part. And so he kind of took Tchaikovsky's, melodic ideas. Tchaikovsky was a king of melodies.
He's Russian.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, and so took that, kind of played around with it, made it into psychedelic rock kind of
Mhm.
setting. We kept it in the same key and everything like that, kind of to preserve the same vibes. But we also definitely, give him the credit for the
Mhm.
melodic idea. And so, yeah, it's just very warm sounding. It's kind of like, to me, it's like a big hugs, which you can kind of feel Hour in the Sun, just basking in warmth and the good summer times, which hopefully we will experience soon. And so, yeah, that was Hour in the Sun. Very, very catchy. I really like it. And Still Hovering, I think those were a mixture of two ideas we had. That beginning idea, kind of skippy sounding to me. I feel like I'm skipping through, something. And then the second idea, which is, I guess you would call chorus.
The
Yeah,
chorus.
those were two separate ideas. We never thought of putting them in the same song. But I suggested putting that first section in with the second at one point, and we tried it out, and it just worked out. But yeah, I'm not sure about the title Still Hovering, though. I don't make the lyrics or the title. That's John, so.
Well, I knew that Still Hovering is the second song on our album, and our album's coming out on Friday, and we're having a release show at Whirling Tiger on Saturday. But we knew we needed a song that was like, because we have a lot of songs if you come to our show, you'll hear a lot of like heavier, like more aggressive songs. So we knew that we needed something to kind of like frame the album. So we knew we needed something kind of like a little bit lighter to add some contrast. So for a long time, we were like, oh, we need a song that's upbeat and we need a song that's in a major key. So we called this song like Upbeat Major. We're getting super clever with the titles. And so that's sort of how it came about. We knew that we needed something that would frame the other songs in the album. And I think whenever you listen to it in context, it'll probably make more sense to like why there needed to be like a happier, upbeat song where it is in the album. But yeah, so it just kind of functionally, we knew we needed a song like that, and then we just worked on it and came out with Still Hovering.
That's great. So you mentioned an album release. How do people find out more about you all and your music?
So we're on
everything.
Yeah, we're on everything. Yeah, all the social medias, all the streaming platforms, and we're on YouTube. We're about to release a bunch of music videos on YouTube as well. So we're trying to,
potential Doom Gong website incoming.
Yeah, we're working on a website. We're
Working on it.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Bandcamp. We don't do Twitter.
Yeah, we don't have Twitter.
I don't think I'm funny enough to do Twitter.
I'm not.
But we're on all the socials, all the streaming stuff, and we're always trying to post a variety of content and videos, upcoming stuff. Just keep people engaged as much as they desire. If you Google Doom Gong, we want you to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, and remind us of your album release on Friday. You just said. Remind us again. Where is that at?
So the album will release digitally on Friday, and then the actual release show will be on Saturday at Whirling Tiger, and we have the ticket link information and all the other info about it on our social media on Facebook and Instagram, and we're about to do a giveaway too because we have a bunch of cool merch that we want to give away.
Shirts, stickers,
other shirts.
Yeah.
That's great. So tell us a little bit, what other musicians do you think musicians in Kentucky that we should also be following?
I guess I'll take this. So there's quite a few like really cool bands in Louisville. We played a show in December with a band called the Tabs, a younger psych rock band from Louisville that are really, really cool and super talented, super tight, super creative, have like really, really great ideas. There's bands like, I'm sure you guys have heard of Belushi Speedball. They're like a kind of thrash metal, power metal band from Louisville, but they do a lot of like, their shows are more like it's not just about the music. It's more about like they like, there's like different.
Don't tell him everything.
Well, I'll just give a little bit. There's like different characters that are part of it, and then there's a lot of there's just a lot of there needs to be a cleanup crew after the show.
It's an experience.
Yeah,
It's an experience.
Yeah.
and also like in Lexington, there's a ton of really, really cool bands as well. Like Sweet Country Meat Boys is really cool. They're like a 3-piece psych band that's really, really good.
Also, in Louisville, one of our members, the drummer, plays in a band called Blind Feline. They are another trio, and they do a lot of playing and stuff like that too. So a lot of us that are in this group, a lot of us play in a bunch of other stuff, or like some type of performing avenue that is outside of Gong. So,
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of the web is very elaborate for how, but bands like Chorin, who else? There's a band in Lexington called Rod. That's really, really cool. Gosh, there's so many that, like, I could talk about this for a long time, but there's a lot of like talent in and around Kentucky for sure.
Yeah, we love lifting up those voices and having musicians tell us who they're listening to as well. So it's really exciting to hear your thoughts. So we're gonna move on to getting to see your second song now. So we get to see Gong again with their session "Hour in the Sun" coming up right next. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. We are Doom Gong. Actors Theatre, Louisville Sessions. Woo!